John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Moby Arena in Fort Collins as the Bee Diggers lead the Valley Vikings 25-23 heading to the third quarter. Jen, any adjustments to be made here? Or is this just going to be not necessarily who wants it more? I think both teams want it, but just who executes better based on strategy they implemented offensively and defensively in the opening half.
Well, being they're both in running, man defense, setting screens, running a motion offense, it's who's going to come off those screens better, use the screens to their advantage more often. I was watching both teams. There's, if you give them a little bit of space, the defender, then they can come out. The other thing is on the help defense. Are they going to be able to hedge them? Are they going to be able to show and recover enough to make it not that easy lane to the basket? Those are the kind of things. The other biggest thing is because Valley's height and size, everybody is going to have to box out and go for the rebounds.
The Bee Diggers did rebound pretty well in the opening half, as officially Brush did have 10 rebounds and Valley had 12. We had an 11-10 margin, so pretty much right there up to par. Yeah, we actually had the Bee Diggers with 11 and Valley with 10. But either way, rebounding is more or less even up to this point of the game. And who's going to make a run? I mean, that's another one right now because Brush's biggest lead has been 4, and Valley's biggest lead has been 4. The Bee Diggers had a chance to go up 6. But then it was that miss by Gregory Mayers and a breakaway layup that kept the game at 4 points. And I'm only pinpointing that one play because that's how close it's been for Brush to open up this game to a 6-point lead, and that's really the only opportunity they had.
But you know what? Even if the game stays close, we're the ones that have the most experience with those close games, and I think we will prevail if that stays.
Rosenbrock, Mayers, Tormolen, Kukas, and Whaler to begin the third. Matsushima, Daru, Schmidt, along with Dellenbach and Schoenhofer for Valley. The Bee Diggers will have the basketball first here in the second half. And Rosenbrock to throw it into Mayers. Mayers with the basketball on the outside right, setting up the Bee Digger offense. Bounce pass to the top for Tormolen. In the lane to Waylard. He lost it, got it back on the left baseline, and he puts it up and in. I think the Valley defense fell asleep when Waylard lost the ball, but he picked it back up and scored from about 3 feet away in the left baseline. Bee Diggers 27, Valley Vikings 23. On the outside right, Daru with the basketball. At the top, Dellenbach. Long three is short, and the rebound controlled by Waylard. Bee Diggers want to run. Long pass to Kukas on the outside left. Hands it off to Waylard. Waylard in that left corner. Back out to Kukas. Cross-court pass taken by Rosenbrock on the high right to Tormolen. Tormolen dribbling, had the ball tipped away in the backcourt. Gregory Mayers chases it down. No violation. Mayers across midcourt. On the outside right to Rosenbrock. With the basketball, Rosenbrock looking. Back near the top to Waylard. Waylard to Kukas on the high left. Bee Diggers just setting up this offense on the high right to Tormolen. Tormolen dribbling to his left over to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock left of the lane, tries to muscle his way. Left corner for Mayers. Mayers to his right. Fakes that shot. He's going to spin. He's going to have to hand it off or do something with the basketball. Jump pass to Tormolen. Now back out to Mayers on the high left. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Brush leads 27-23 over Valley. On the high left, Waylard with the basketball. Guarded by Schoenhofer. Dribbling left baseline all the way. The runner's up, and that's going to be well short. And Rosenbrock has the rebound on the left baseline. Backs it out to Kukas right of the wing. Here is Mayers, right baseline. Little 10-foot pull-up is around and good. Oh, Mayers got a friendly roll. After Rosenbrock grabbed the tough rebound, the Bee Diggers now lead by 6, their biggest advantage. 29-23, 6:18 to go in the third. Daru across the timeline on the high left, taken by Schmidt. Schmidt against Tormolen. At the top, Schoenhofer. Outside right for Daru. Right baseline, Dellenbach against Kukas. Jump pass down low. Tipped out of bounds by Tormolen. It'll be Valley basketball intended for Schmidt.
Well, and that was great hustle by Mitch because he got hung up a little bit on a screen.
And Dellenbach to throw it into the left of the basket. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Near the timeline with the basketball. The inbounds pass is Matsushima. Matsushima with under 6 minutes to go in the third. Brush 29, Valley 23. On the outside left to Daru. Left baseline for Dellenbach against Kukas. Spinning. Back out, and the pass tipped away by Mayers, taken by Daru. And his runner is up and good on the left baseline. Daru scores. He's got 4. Little 7-footer. The Bee Digger lead is down to 4, 29-25. Here is Kukas, 15-footer, and that is around and no good. And the ball controlled by Schoenhofer. Bee Diggers with a quick shot there. The long pass is tipped away by Rosenbrock out of bounds. It was intended for Matsushima. Valley retains possession. They'll throw it in the left corner with Brush up 29-25 with 5:31 to go in the third. Matsushima looking. Still looking. Down low, and an easy layup as Daru was wide open. He just beat Mares to the spot. Valley's on a 4-0 run, and the Brush lead is down to 2, 29-27. In the left corner, Kukas with the basketball. Kukas, 15-foot pull-up, is going to be well short, and the rebound on a hop by Dellenbach. Dellenbach dared Kukas to take that shot. B-Diggers have got to get that motion offense going once again, because that was a lot of just one-man basketball the last two possessions. On the outside right, Daru. Down low for Dellenbach all the way. Scoops it up. Blocked by Kukas, but a foul as Dellenbach misses and goes to the floor. 2 free throws for Joe Dellenbach, and Kukas commits his second foul. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. The free throw's up, and that is short. And like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. That's State Farm agent Greg Mullen. Second free throw is up, and that's in. Dellenbach's got 13 in the game. It's a 5-0 run for Valley, but Brush still leads by 1, 29-28 with 4:55 to go in the third. Mares with the basketball at the top against Daru. On the outside right to Kukas. In the right corner for Tormolen. Tormolen dribbles to his left, feeds it back out to Kukas. Kukas with the ball in the high right. In the right corner for Tormolen. Takes a dribble. Now he's going to have to back it out and does to Kukas. Kukas along the right baseline with the basketball. Looking for Wailert. Feeds Wailert, and he scoops it up, and that's short. And the ball is rebounded in one hand by Schoenhofer. Long pass over there to Matsushima. He fakes, he banks, and scores. Matsushima goes all the way. Faking that pass, Valley's on a 7-0 run. B-Diggers are going to need a timeout, and they get it. 30-second timeout. Brush led 29-23, but now it's a 7-0 run for Valley, and the Vikings lead 30-29 with 4:19 to go. We were wondering which team was going to make a run. That team was Valley. However, at least they did it with a 6-point deficit at the time, so no real danger for the Beat-Diggers unless this run gets out of control.
No, and the Beat-Diggers got away from what they were trying to do in the first place, which is take some time off clock, make them play some defense, for the breakdown on their defense, and then go to the hole.
That timeout by the Beat-Diggers brought to you by Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland. When they played during the regular season in Brush, it was a 53-50 Brush win. And Valley had the lead at the break in that game. Rosenbrock to Mares off the inbounds pass. Dribbling left to the free throw line. Bounce pass over to Wailert. Wailert looked like he was fouled, lost the ball, and they dive on it, and it's a traveling violation. They being J.J. Schoenhofer of Valley, so the teams exchange turnovers.
Well, Schoenhofer is staying tight up on Colby, so he's going to have to come off screens in order to get open.
Needens to throw it in three-quarters court. Yeah, this Valley defense has been smothering. Near the timeline to Mares. Mares with the basketball. The outside left to Kukas. In the left corner for Wailert. Wailert at the top. Needens straight away three is good. Needens again with a three. He hit one at the end of the opening half and now hits another one. Needens is 2 for 2. 32-30 Brush over Valley. 3:48 to go in the third. Dellenbach on the outside right to Daru. At the top to Schoenhofer. On the outside left now to Schmidt. Schmidt against Tormolen. Outside right to Dellenbach towards the top of the three-point circle. Now to Daru in the lane. His runner's up and good. What a shot by Daru. He went tumbling to the floor. Daru's got 8 points in the quarter. Check at 6 in the quarter. 8 in the game. Deadlock at 32. 3:25 to go in the third. Kukas on the outside right to Mares. Mares with the basketball against Daru. Looking. Dribbling right baseline. Now cut off. In the right corner to Tormolen. Back out to Kukas. Kukas over to Wailert. Wailert with the basketball, looking to his right, dribbles left of the lane, all the way, scoops it up, off the glass, no good, and the rebound controlled by Jeff Dellenbach, his fourth for Valley. Dellenbach with a 2-on-2, all the way, and it's an offensive foul. Gregory Mares took the contact as Dellenbach scored, no basket for Valley. The Valley fans don't like it, but that looked like a good call to me. I mean, Mares was positioned there for
long
a
time.
couple of seconds at least.
Yep.
Here come the Beat-Diggers with under 3 minutes to go in the third. Brush 32, Valley 32. The winner will take on Jefferson Academy tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The loser will face Roaring Fork tomorrow morning at 11:45. On the outside right, Needens with the basketball at the top of Tormolen. Bounce pass to Kukas. Left-handed shot missed, but he's fouled. Dellenbach commits another foul. Only a second, but his second in the last 20 seconds, and T.J. Kukas to the line.
Well, that was good knowledge just going right back after him again. And quick move by CJ underneath on the basket. Instead of taking a jump shot this time, he went low. Paid off.
This has been tight all the way. Kukas to shoot 2. The Bead Diggers are only 3 out of 7 for the line. 4 out of 8. Kukas makes the first. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. Second free throw, Kukas, is off the back of the rim. Tanner Schmidt with a rebound. The Bead Diggers have a 1-point lead, 33-32. 2:41 to go in the third. Dellenbach in the lane all the way, and he slams it home. Dellenbach dunks. Dellenbach now with 15, 34-33. Waiter to the left corner with 2.5 to go. The Valley crowd loved that one. In the left corner for Kukas, poked out of bounds. Looked like it went off of Valley. It did. I mean, Dellenbach took no prisoners, and he threw it right into the Bead Diggers. 3/4 court. Waiter to throw it in front of the Bead Digger bench. Over to Needens. Needens with the basketball. Bounce pass near the timeline to Tormolin. On the outside left to Waiter towards the top of the three-point circle. On the high right to Mayers. Mayers to Waiter. In the left baseline, here's Kukas in the lane. All the way, scoops it up. Looked like he was fouled. Tormolin banks and scores. Tormolin picked up a loose change as the ball was in mid-flight. And he banked it in. Bead Diggers now lead over the Vikings, 35-34. 2 minutes to go in the third. Schmidt back out to Dellenbach. Wide open right wing three is good. Dellenbach has 6 in the quarter, 18 of the game. Valley leads 37-35. Mayers with the basketball with 1:49 to go in the third. Wailert straight away three, and that's in! Kobe Wailert scores! Bead Diggers are answering the Valley scores as well. Wailert with 14. The Bead Diggers lead 38-37. 1:36 to go in the third. Schmidt with the basketball, spinning on Tormolin, and he puts it up, and that's no good. And the ball is tipped around. Mayers looked like he had it. It's loose, taken by Daru. Daru to Matsushima on the right baseline. Schoenhofer, he banks and misses. Foul Tormolin. Tormolin didn't like it, but he's called for his third foul. Boy, that was some rough and tumble rebounding there. And to the line is Schoenhofer, who has not scored in the game. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable savings and loan. The first free throw is off to the right. Rosenbrock and Albo are in for Mayers and Tormolin. Tormolin will sit for the remainder of the third, at least. The 3 fouls. Valley can only tie the game with 1:23 to go in the third. That free throw is up, and that one is good off the lip of the rim in. We are deadlocked at 38 with 1:18 to go in the third. Rosenbrock with the basketball, looking, spinning, and he threw it out of bounds. He tries to chase it down, but he basically threw it to himself. That's a violation. Bead Diggers have committed 7 turnovers. That's what Valley has so far in this game. 1:11 to go. Let's see, can the Bead Diggers close out the quarter? They did in the second. So a critical stretch here with now 1:05 to go. Daru in the front court on the outside right, guarded by Albo. Jump pass down low to Schmidt. Schmidt against Kukas in the lane. His left-handed shot off the glass, no good. Rebound to Schoenhofer. Turns, shoots, scores. Schoenhofer scores. He's got 3. 40-38 Valley. 49 seconds to go. Waitert, left corner for Albo. Back out to Waitert. Waitert with the basketball near the timeline for Needens. Needens to the left wing for Rosenbrock. 40 seconds to go. Over to Albo. Albo on the outside right for Kukas. Kukas for Waitert. Waitert dribbling to his right. Gets a pick from Kukas. Waitert backs up. 16-footer, and that's short. And the ball is tipped around, and we've got a foul, I think, on Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock fouled Schmidt. For Rosenbrock, that'll be his first foul. The Bead Diggers with 3 team fouls. Valley with 2 with 29.8 seconds to go in the third. At Valley leading Brush 40-38. Here comes Brady Daru for Valley. This game has gone back and forth. And Valley wants a timeout with 23 seconds to go. A 30-second timeout. Valley's biggest lead in the game has been 4. The Bead Diggers have led by as many as 6. And now it's a 2-point Viking lead, so who knows what's going to happen here in the final 8 minutes and 23 seconds.
Well, and like I said before, they're going to have to get better at coming off the screens, hedging off the person that's driving, watching out for the kick out. And they are taller than us, so we're going to have to box out first and then go get the rebounds. And guys' games are not technically known for that.
Well, Dellenbach has 3 3-pointers in the game, and he's also got a dunk. So even though he's been more effective the outside and down low. He showed that if he wants to do something down low, he's got the game and the height to do it. Dellenbach to throw it in. With 23 seconds to go in the third, Valley leads Brush 40-38. The fourth quarter's been Brush's time, but they've got to close out the third, at least here defensively. DeRue with the basketball. Jump pass at the top for Schmidt. Hands it off for DeRue. Stripped by Albo. Out of bounds. It went off the leg of DeRue. Excellent play by Albo. That is turnover number 8 for Valley. And Needens to throw it in, so the Beediggers will have a shot here to tie the game or take the lead. As Rosenbrock crosses midcourt with 11. Rosenbrock left to the lane with 10, and he leans, he shoots it, blocked out of there. Illenby shot, taken away by Dellenbach. Dellenbach to DeRue with 3, with 2, and then he double dribbled. Turnover number 9 for Valley. Beediggers to throw it in with 2.4 seconds to go. Yeah, Joe just rushed that like there were 3 seconds left when there were still about 9 seconds to go. Rosenbrock to throw it in. Lobs it towards Waitert beyond midcourt. A running 3 is going to be an air ball. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Valley 40, Brush 38 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.